Nickelodeon.
Guys, the more that time keeps going on, the more I keep getting confused how Michael Jai White got himself into this nonsense. I keep getting him confused with Stevie Night Night. Stevie Night Night is the one we're addressing in this video and the one we've been talking about for the last couple weeks. Well, people are now starting to call him the Drake of YouTube, which is a really, really bad thing. And essentially, they're now anointing Abba as the Kendrick Lamar of YouTube. People have got to stop messing with that man or they're going to end up in a body bag just like Drake and just like Stevie Night Night. And that's what we're going to address today, because Stevie keeps doubling and tripling and quadrupling and quintupling down, and he keeps coming back to for more smoke. I don't know why he keeps coming back for more punches in the face. It's way worse than the beatdown he took a couple years ago. And I showed that edit plenty. But just so you know, we got I Could Care Less t-shirts now on sale at the merch shop. So feel free to get your t-shirt because, well, we had to do it. I'm sorry, somebody had to start selling this t-shirt. I'm going to do it if nobody else will. So feel free to buy it on my shop. It's in the description. It's in every video. Somebody buy some merch. I know you'll like it. Also, the more that this saga unfolds, the more I'm convinced that the Myron and the Stevie Night Night collaboration is going to commence. They're going to get together and they're going to try to combine forces to defeat Abba. They're going to come at him because in every one of their beefs, they always say, oh, this ain't about Preach. Even though that it did originally start out as Preach, and then Preach said, oh no, I really want the smoke with the both of yous. Put the both of yous in the in the ring, and let's go ahead and throw hands and see what happens. Then they went ahead, ran away, and then they came back saying that all of a sudden they had beef with Abba, when it was like, whoa, I didn't know it was like that, but okay. And then Abba said, okay, let's go ahead and just deliver this smoke, and we all saw what happened. But I was really hoping by this latest video that Stevie had finally understood that Twitter isn't research. That's not where you're going to find real good information. Look, the use of words are important, especially in debate settings. Listening is even more important because then you get to hear the words stated and actually break down if they make sense or not. Some people really struggle with this, and when they struggle with this, they tend to be really bad at reading comprehension. Plenty of you may be millennials like me and remember the days of Accelerator Reader, or AR, where students were tested for their reading comprehension skills. Most students tested average, which meant you were able to read at a level congruent to your grade. A small percentage could read at a much higher, level, which was like child prodigy type of shit. And then you had those others. Not the kids in the special wheelchairs or the biker helmets for indoors, but the kids who, they look normal. They look like normal kids in class, but something was off. A few brain cells were missing in action. Most of the time, all of them get to stay in class, but sometimes, every now and then, they would take one or two of those students and they would either drop them off at a grade below, or you would see them at a different bus stop in the morning. I'm not sure which fate was Stevie's, but I do know that he was one of them two students removed, not to be seen again. Okay, but speaking of helmets, does Stevie need one for all that blinking he be doing? Because seriously, I think we are all concerned at this point what's going on with Stevie. Look, Watts threw it out there, and I don't want to just throw accusations out there and just say that somebody has CTE, but that level of blinking is disturbing. It either reeks you have a roid problem or you got brain problems, and it seems like you blink really hard when you think really hard. And I'm telling you, you were doing a lot of hard thinking when you were debating Abba, and so we saw a lot of blinking, and so people got even more concerned for you, Stevie. What's going on with your health? Is it something that we need to monitor? Is it something that we need to look into? I think it's something that you need to go look into. Do you have health insurance? I recommend you getting some if you don't have some, because I'm telling you that blinking isn't normal. You need to fix that shit, Stevie. But seriously, what's going on? Are you hemorrhaging every time you think something? Every time a critical thought comes to your brain. Is that why you're so stupid? Is that why you have stuff like surface level thinking? Because it doesn't hurt your brain? It doesn't cause you to blink so hard? Because I'm telling you, it's not right. When you do that, it's like all the wires or something is just missing upstairs. Something is not connecting, and it's causing you to ache, and it's disturbing to watch. I do not recommend you get into debates anymore if it's going to cause you this level of stress. But I'm probably one of the last content creators to address Stevie's last attempt to go ahead and come back at Abba. So that's what we're going to break down a lot in today's video and go through this. And I'm going to have my perspective on this because I think mine's always just a tad different.
Abba's a bitch. Plain simple, bro. He's a bitch.
Now, Stevie done came out hard in the paint on this intro. He done got the bass dropping. Oh yeah, Abba's a bitch with the hard drop. Okay, I see what kind of tone he's going to direct in this video here. Quick side note, Papa Gut reacted to my video talking about Myron recently. You know, the thumbnail that had the laser pointer on his head when I was like, oh my God, look out for Myron, when the whole Angie exposed video. That one. He reacted to that, and it was a really great video. So feel free to check it out. I'll probably leave a link of it in this description. And also there's, another post on the channel.
Abba has dropped another video on your boy.
Okay, why does it feel like he's already emotional? He's going to talk about Abba being emotional, how everybody else is the one who can't control themselves, but he already seems to be in his feelings. Another reference he'll make later.
Titled, Stevie Knight called us out, got exposed instead, bro. Let me preface this by saying that I already know Peeps' minds is made up about me, especially Abba and them in his echo chamber.
He always brings up echo chamber when he's the one who's definitely living in an echo chamber. He's the person who switched echo chambers and doesn't realize he switched echo chambers. He's a person who literally got access to one building, cut off his own key fob, then went into the other one and started working there. I don't understand how, we know this.
Of his minions or whatnot, bro. It don't matter what I say or what I can show y'all, whatever y'all mind just made up. Every motherfucker engaged in evil can burn. Control, they need to be decapitated. I could care less.
Funny, he's always talking about everybody else's minds are the ones that's made up, when he's the one who says that you cannot talk to the other side. Usually if you've made up your mind saying that you can no longer communicate to the other person, it sounds like you're the one whose mind has already been made up.
Every motherfucker engaged in evil can burn. It is war because ain't no talking to them, ain't nothing you say to them. They need to be controlled. They need to be exiled, decapitated, whatever your cup of tea is, bro. There's no talking, bro. Cool. Before I even tap in to see what Abba has concocted here this time, man, let y'all know, bro. Like, I fucked with Abba before.
Until his hero absolutely exposed him here on this platform and made him look just as stupid as the Fresh and Fit videos he'd be reacting to. Now he's in his feelings. Now he's the person who's hurt, injured psychologically, broken to the point where now he has to lash out on Abba, and I become more and more convinced that him and Myron are going to join forces.
I mean, not personally. Not personally. I ain't know him like that. We chopped it up a few times directly on Instagram or whatnot, man, but nothing like, worth note. You know what I'm saying? But I had enough rapport with him to reach out to him, see if he wanted to discuss the whole Kirk situation, man. I mean, I knew his perspective was opposite mine, and I figured we was two commonsensical, reasonable individuals that would be able to participate in a debate and make it productive and, thought-provoking for those watching it, man. And I thought the interview or conversation, debate went smoothly, bro. I ain't have no qualms or quarrels with it at all, bro. So I was definitely surprised seeing that he dropped the video.
Surprised, even after Abba had already told him that he was going to drop another video.
In response to the debate, which highlighted me in a certain way. After watching that video, I reached out to Abba directly, because I'm not with this messy shit, dog. I swear I'm not. Abba's a bitch.
You're not with the messy stuff, but you proceeded to make about 3 more videos on Abba, being upset about the whole reaction video that he told you he was going to make in the first place. You watched the video. You were upset at the fact that he basically exposed you. Like, that's what happens when you get exposed in real time. You react like you did. You get hurt, and then all of a sudden you feel like you got to retaliate. And that's what you did. And now you're getting, dude, it's just getting really bad, Stevie.
Yeah, and this is good for business regardless, dog. Regardless of how I'm perceived or how I'm looking, bro, it is good for business. He give me views or whatnot. Despite where his views coming from, it's still views. And people that know me enough, rock with me, they know what type of time I'm on, dog. I'm not worried about.
Are you sure? Because it seems like support is lacking over there, like recently, Stevie. I'm telling you, like the ratio of views to subscribers that you have on your channel is quite disproportionate.
Any narratives and manufactured narratives from Abba, dog, you can follow me enough. You know what type of time I'm on. I ain't got shit to prove to nobody, dog. But, I still need to provide my perspective. You know what I mean? But with that, reached out to Abba after I peeped the video of him highlighting me a certain way. He didn't respond.
You notice how it's taking Stevie a really long time to get to the point of like what's going on in the message. Boy, he's doing a lot of roundabout talking. This is what happens when emotional people are speaking. They're emotionally charged, they're triggered, and they won't get to the effing point. He just wants to keep like fluffing the story to make people feel sorry for him even more. And he's going to be the one that's constantly telling everybody that the other side is the one with the victim mindset, when all this is him playing victim.
So I dropped my response video, man, and gave my perspective. I thought his video was disingenuous. I thought it was fake, given what we discussed on our debate. And then we're here now, man. Before I dive into this, bro, just gonna show y'all the numerous opportunities, numerous times I tried to holler at bro, dog. You know what I mean? Because real shit, dog. There's nothing here.
Then why are we here? If there's nothing here, then why are you making another video? This is the third video in your trilogy. Like, you starting to like build your own Lord of the Rings series here. You're about to turn this into Saw if you do not stop. It's the same thing you did with your Charlie Kirk videos, homie. You talked about him for a long time. You talking about grifted. Like, that's grifted. Like, how many videos could you possibly make off the man that you loved?
Maybe it is to y'all. There's nothing here enough for me to be giving this amount of energy to, man. But
then why are we giving all this energy, all this hostility, especially what you show by the end of the video? I mean, dude, you started to like build up this energy as the video went along, and you started to really show your true colors by the end. Oh my goodness. Like, the other side of Officer Tatum, it came out of you.
Abba is swarming to it like flies on shit. It has me perplexed, bro, because it ain't, like I said before, I'm not like no popping crazy viral ass YouTuber that get views off of, bro. I mean, I don't know if this is just his MO to get views or stir the pot, dog.
Night Talk, over 500,000 subscribers. Stevie Night Channel, over 1 million subscribers. Don't tell me you're a small YouTuber. Stop playing to see. Once again, he's playing victim. That's what this is. What else is this? Like, come on, Stevie. Like, dude, like you're saying it to the crowd and expecting them to actually believe what you're saying. We're not that dumb. We're just not. People are just not that stupid. Some are. Like, obviously, you might be. But the people who are watching, well, dude, some of us can actually process some shit.
I don't know Abba enough to give a fuck about it. I could care less about what he says or what y'all think, but, you know, I'm not going to.
Speaking of I could care less, don't forget, we do have those I could care less t-shirts at the merch shop. Like, this is like, it's real. Like, I'm actually selling these, and I'm going to sell them. Got them for cheap, guys. Like, I'm not going to make a whole lot of profit based on these sales unless we sell a ton of them. So just go ahead and get you a cheap shirt. It might take you about a week and a half for it to deliver, but it will deliver. I promise. That's how I got this.
Tried to holler at bro plenty of times, bro. I'm gonna show y'all what type of individual this is, which was eye-opening to me. Thursday at 5 o'clock, this yo right here, that was the yo I sent him after I peeped this video. All right, got no response. Following day, I posted my response video to his. And then he hits me up Saturday. Your own comment section is roasting you for how goofy you are, and you notice that none of the new fans you're bootlicking for are defending you. You know, mind you, during our conversation, wasn't no slander perspective. I thought his video was disingenuous. I thought it was fake. Any narratives and manufactured narratives from Abba, dog.
See, Stevie, what you fail to understand is that those are insults to intelligent individuals because they actually understand what those words really mean. You're trying to mask it. You use big words for yourself and you try to decorate it as a way to not actually insult this man. But when intelligent people hear such things, they take it as disrespect. You need to check yourself and realize what you have said. But then you want to go out here and cry victim and act like, oh my God, you misinterpreted my words. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You're taking me out of context, which, you know what? You want to know an example of taking somebody out of context? How about I play this right here and I'll show you really what taking something out of context is.
That I just felt for a man who was assassinated for speaking truth. It always has to do with color. We got to put color on everything. That I just felt for a man who was assassinated. That I just felt for a man who was assassinated
it. Now that clip would make it seem like, Stevie, you actually had a real hard on for Charlie Kirk. Like you really had a thing for white men. Like you really wanted to pound them cheeks and really wanted to make love to that man before he passed away, unfortunately. But you are a person who doesn't seem to understand what out of context really means. That's what out of context means. Because I didn't play the full clip to the point where you actually understood what was going on, or without explaining what you were talking about beforehand. That's doing it out of context. I only casually insulted the shit out of this man, but I don't understand why he's upset. Oh my God, how could he be?
Right. And honestly, I was confused when I saw him call me a bootlicker. I'm like, what was it that we discussed during our conversation that would make you call me a bootlicker?
Because of the kind of shit you produce. You're not even presenting their arguments of why they think you're a sellout. I want you guys to go to his channel, Night Talk. Go to the search button. Not my feelings. Facts. Search the word black. See how many videos this guy makes shitting on black people and black culture. Now, I did take the time to click on a lot of these videos just to make sure, but let's look at some of these titles. I hate black people, and he agrees with them for a lot of the video. Black people are sick of black people. Dear black people, you suck. Black men don't date black women. Black people don't want to hear this. Only weak black men date white women. You know, shout out to, because he's dating a white woman. He's got a complex. He's a little bit, insecure about that. He does get comments though, so I get it. Black Lives Matter 2.0. I hate black women. Black people have to stop being victims. She told white people she told white people to stay out of the Black Panther. Okay, so it's still critiquing a black person on behalf of white people. This makes black women look so bad. And you gotta appreciate the hypocrisy. They'll be like, oh my God, these people think about race way too much, and they make that much amount of content about black people.
But mind you, prior to this, Abba ain't had no type of this negative energy towards me, bruh. And you find me apart in my response video when I was disrespectful to him, bro. I called him disingenuous. I said he manufactured narratives. But anyway.
It doesn't get better from here. I'm telling you, the more he reads these messages, the worse it gets. And I don't understand like how you just don't see it, dog.
This section is roasting you for how goofy you are, and you notice that none of the new fans you're bootlicking for are defending you. You're gonna try to call me fake when you launched a video out of nowhere calling me a liar and someone manufacturing narratives. Did I whine then about how dirty the social media world is? No. Now when I do a follow-up video, which I said I was gonna do, you want to bitch online. Maybe if you had gotten those school lunches when you were a kid, you would have had the energy to learn to speak and think beyond the 3rd grade level. Good luck with your right-wing conservative grift. We all know what's coming since you made 20 times more videos about your daddy Kirk than you did any other shooting of innocent black people. It's very telling of who Abba is, and I didn't know Abba was like this.
You have watched all these videos of Abba and preaching, and you somehow have managed to never learn that Abba has said that he is a petty individual, that he will come after people, that he will do this on a numerous time basis. Dude, you reacted to these videos and you didn't think somehow you were not going to be next. I mean, come on, dog. Like, you don't have to start off as enemies, but when you are a person who opposes people in such a ridiculous way, like we're talking about giving kids free lunches. That's really the origin of a lot of this hostility here, is the fact that you're a person who really wants to deny kids free lunches in a country where we constantly give away millions to trillions to billions and gillions of dollars, like all the time, to other places, other foreign entities, and we can't do that. We can't provide basic things for kids to just eat at school. We just ignore that, act like that's not a real problem. Actually, let's just shut down the whole public health system, education system altogether. Like, none of it makes any sense, and y'all support this shit, and y'all, it's the fact that you never call it out. And you never see the ridiculously callous nature of your arguments. But then you want to paint yourself as like the caring and the noble and the most logical individuals. When it's like, how is it logical to not want to give kids free food?
Like this, and had I known Abba was like this, I wouldn't have even had that conversation with him, bro, because he's one of the main people I be describing when I say there's no talking to them. There's no talking to someone like this who's going to assume that since I'm black, the only reason why I am covering Kirk is because he's white.
Oh, Stevie, sort of like how you believe just because Abba's black, he's automatically caping up, showing victimhood, and just agreeing with the people who actually believe that Charlie Kirk being killed is okay, and that they love it and they want to celebrate and tap dance on his grave. Why do you naturally assume that? You want to throw out the race card here? What about for you? I mean, come on now. Like, I guess it can only be one way, right? Also, the thing about Abba is Abba said it with his chest. The same stuff that he said in that message, he said in the video.
Every time someone's too stupid to enunciate their own point, they always say I was taken out of context. No, you just don't know how to communicate. Maybe if you got a school lunch every time in the 3rd grade, you'd be able to read, speak, and think past a 4th grade level.
And I'm gonna get white views from it.
You are gonna get white views from it.
If I pulled up how many followers I have lost in general because of my take on Kirk, it wouldn't make any sense, bro. I'd be working against myself. Yeah, I mean, like, me covering Kirk has served to my detriment.
Well, the obvious question would be, then why are you doing it? Then he goes on to explain it's because Charlie Kirk was a very special man.
Financially, bro, but I stand on what I stand on. It don't matter if Kirk was maroon, purple, blue, whatever the fuck, bro. He's an individual out here using his right to free speech. An individual was so bothered by it that they took his life.
But you were never upset about all those black people who were killed innocently for no reason for their right to free living. I guess that was less important than Charlie Kirk's right to free speech, right? I mean, just forget about them. They didn't need to be talked about. There didn't need to be outrage for those situations. But this, yes. A person who truly believed that those people who were killed were pretty much next to garbage, but it's okay, all right? I mean, we need to believe that.
My response, I hit you up before I dropped the vid, but got no response from you. If you up to it, we can get back on camera or have a chat offline because this ain't it. I'm not gonna be doing the back and forth online stuff, so let me know. If not, it's cool, appreciate the look. LOL, you're a clown. Called me a liar and manipulator multiple times before I said a word. Now you wanna hop on the call? Man, carry on grifting. Bro, sound like a female, don't he?
This laughter is cope. It's just pure cope.
He sound like a female, bro. I showed my girl this shit, bro, and she was like, man, it sounds like it's a girl trying to break up with you.
But what is really more feminine? The fact that you decided you needed to show these DMs to your girl, or the fact that Abba is being the way he is? To me, it sounds like you had the more feminine behavior. The fact that you're over here with this fake laughter, this coping laugh. Like, we all know that's a laugh of pain, dog. Like, we've seen that. Like, this is when you're trying to laugh off something and you're trying to find any form of victory in whatever's going on here. Like, there's only one part of this debate I feel like Stevie actually got right, and it was talking about, like, the importance or the impact of how this would have on Charlie Kirk, or the fact that Charlie Kirk was a very known Christian. Look, Abba kept trying to fight the fact that he said everybody knew that Charlie Kirk was a known Christian, and they didn't. Like, my brother was like, dude, who the hell is Charlie Kirk? He found out like days afterwards. Like, Stevie Knight was really right about that. But that was such a minute part of this whole debate. He was just trying to cling on to the one thing he could find to say, see, I was right. I was like, dude, just stop, man. We all see that you had no stances on anything, whether it came to abortion, kids getting free lunches, the fact that, it was really bad. Hungry kids was really the crux of it.
Oh, man. Okay, this is what I said. When did I call you a liar and manipulator? Perspective. I thought his video was disingenuous. I thought it was fake. Any narratives and manufactured narratives from Abba, dog. And what are you referring to when saying before you said a word? And as I stated previously, I DM'd you before recording my response video, but got no response. I was confused when he said liar and manipulator, but he was just perspective. I thought his video was disingenuous. I thought it was fake. Any narratives and manufactured narratives from Abba, dog.
This is why they say reading is fundamental. This is why you need to know words.
Addressing how I called him like fake and manufacturing a narrative, bro. You know what I mean? But like me saying liar and manipulator, those words didn't come out of my mouth. Those are going to hit different, have a negative tone. I was careful with my words. Wanted to call it out, but not be aggressive and make someone feel some type of way doing it, bro. So I never called him a liar and manipulator. But now, you know, he said that I can understand how he put those together.
You were careful with your words because you don't have many words. But luckily you did muster those out, which were good, soft landing zone words. But once again, all they are doing are masking insults.
Do you know what the words coming out your mouth even mean? In your video on us before we ever spoke, you said you intentionally edited the clip to take Kirk out of context, right? And you said you're just manufacturing a narrative, and he clearly did. He didn't agree that he manufactured a narrative because he said the whole world knows that Kirk is a Christian, so they're gonna know why he doesn't support abortion.
And like I said before, Abba was technically wrong here, but it was such a minute part of this debate. It really didn't mean much. It was just the fact that, yeah, like, oh, I mean, more people knew him than you thought he knew. I mean, it really didn't matter. Like, who cares about how many people knew him? A lot of people did, and there were a lot of people who didn't. So Abba was technically wrong.
Anyway, he says, that's you saying I'm manipulating and being deceitful. LMAO, I don't even care that you said it, but for you to cry after we did our vid like you were betrayed, LMAO, bro, you might be one of the most bad faith, dumb people I've ever interacted with. It's just sad that you're doing this at the expense of your own people, kids, and anyone else for your grift. Make 10 more videos crying about Kirk now. Sorry your white zaddy dying changed your life. Yeah.
I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Ooh, that one felt like it cut really deep to Stevie. That one was the good old just up with it, type of cut. Like, it really gutted him. Like, that was one of those, let's finish him off. And it stung. You could see it in the facial expressions and the body language that checkmate, like he really did get that one. I mean, sort of like earlier, like, Stevie, when he was calling Abba a bitch at the beginning, he had this little like slight smile on his face. But I'm telling you, after that, the tone started to change. Like, when he saw that, like, nah, his whole like reaction started to boil up.
This is who Abba is, bro. This is who Abba is, dog. Let y'all know. But y'all, I mean, Team Abba, y'all are gonna be, yes, I love it. The racism, the white demon. Anybody out here sympathizing for a man assassinated like that is a Uncle Tom. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I can hear it now, bro. This shit is fucked up. Anyway, my response, I got you.
You know what we're witnessing? We're witnessing what Myron really feels when he turns off the camera after Abba done roasted his ass again. You know what I'm saying? Like, after he does that so many times, this is how he actually feels internally. It starts to boil up and it starts to feel another level of rage.
To summarize the debate in that manner with the I feel, bro, it's disingenuous, dog. It was a productive conversation. He's just in his feelings, bro. The irony, he's trying to make me seem like I feel. But Abba is in his feels.
Kirk, we're constantly making this point that like kids are not starving, so we don't need these free lunches in school. There's other ways for the kids to get food. Okay, that's pretty much the general gist of it. I try to explain that like not everyone has good parents. Food stamps are not always accessible. 7-year-old can't apply for food stamps. To use like, listen, it's not a real problem. Kids are not emaciated, dying on the side of the street. And he harps on the fact that during the debate,
that was the miscommunication. We're talking past each other.
He's right. They are talking past each other. Abba is speaking with logic, what is just zooming past Stevie's head here. So yes, they are talking past one another.
Saw the interview. Like I said, it don't matter what I say at this point, bro. Like, people gonna feel how they feel, man. But I do know we were talking past each other. He was talking about food instability. I was talking about literal starvation, because he went to the extent of trying to compare the starving issue in America to abortion. Like, how can Kirk be, pro-life, but then not want to feed kids? It's not even a fair comparison, man, because abortions, the children don't even have the ability to live.
Now, this might sound crazy, my own personal theory, but maybe it's worse to not feed the kids that are active, that are alive, that are actually here right now, free lunches, as opposed what's going on with abortion. Still, whatever your stance on it is, I mean, look, however you value life, I do know that the kid is actually here. I mean, you can go ahead and try to determine whatever you want with the fetuses, etc. That's your own personal opinion, and I do not judge you for having your own personal opinion. That is just mine when it comes to, like, I think like investing in the kids that are actually here should be something that is more important. I don't think it's a crazy comparison if you're going to sit here and act like one is way more valuable than the other. Like, oh, there's such a huge abortion issue, but there's no starving kids over here. And then you never seem to understand what the point of the terms are. They called it starvation beforehand, and then they changed it to food insecurity to lighten it up on how like it impacted you, like how bad it sounded. Like that's pretty much the whole only thing it was. Like I said, it went woke. And all the stuff that Stevie's so against in this world, the fact that we like to decorate everything and soften the landings for folk, well, that's what they did. And for whatever reason, you don't seem to understand the differences in the definition. We keep going back to that. Reading comprehension. I've told you, Stevie was one of the kids that got removed from the classroom.
Right, those in America, kids in America are actually living. You know, they're living and they're not dying from starvation. So, you know, it's not a fair comparison to me.
I just told you my thoughts on it.
We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country.
I don't understand this thing where it's like, it has to be one or the other. You know, you could have.
When I hear Kirk say we don't have a child hunger problem, I think of starvation.
There is no way he just interpreted what just was stated the way he just did. Now, in this video, this has been going in order, like, you know, chronologically based on how his video has been going. So I've actually tried to keep this in the right, like, you know, chronological order so we can see the events happen as they happen. But wow, how did he really not understand the hypocrisy of what he was just talking about? First of all, Charlie Kirk said it was an obesity problem. He didn't say nothing about hunger problem at all. And then he wanted to change it from a hunger problem to, oh my God, I believe it's starvation. When at first didn't Stevie say he was the one who didn't believe we had a starvation problem? So now when he hears Charlie Kirk talk about, oh my God, we have kids who are not going hungry, he thinks of starvation. I am truly confused now. Like, this is the point where you realize Stevie just is stupid.
Malnutrition, your bodily function is being affected because of the lack of food. You know what I mean?
Jail.
Well, I could care less. Hey, bruh, we could have talked about this. You know what I mean? We could have talked about this, dog. But anything for views, anything to stir the pot, anything to get the motherfuckers going. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, dog, but it's not how I fucking move. But I'm gonna defend myself. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fucking defend myself, dog, but this shit ain't it, bro.
Both of those things can all coexist like that.
Americans don't know what starving is. We don't know what starving is, man, but, you know, I see what he's doing here. He's playing semantics and moving the goalposts with this conversation.
Stevie, I swear you sound so stupid sometimes that I'm convinced if you were any dumber that you wouldn't be able to walk. And that if you managed to get any dumber than that, then the next place you would be walking is Snake Way. Because I don't know how you would be alive. Like, how do you manage to get to being an adult being this stupid? Like, how do you just not know things? How do you not be able to self-reflect whatsoever? Like, I don't get it. Like, I really don't understand how you make it to being this age and you cannot do these things. Like, it makes me truly wonder, like, how do you get to work? Like, are you truly trying to convince me that you filled out a job application with what software? Because I need that shit because it must be highly sophisticated. And I don't know how you operated it, but somebody got it working in your favor. Because I'm telling you, there's no way you managed to do these basic things. Like, how do you just live?
I like how I speak. He may not like how I communicate, bro, but I never came with any disrespect. I mean, he felt disrespected by my perspective, by how I view things, dog, but I kept it cool. I kept it professional. You know what I mean? He ain't shit. Gave this motherfucker respect, right? Because even in the debate with bro, dog, I peeped it. You know what I mean? I peeped it, bro, but I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let him rock.
So as Stevie has basically seen his defeat unravel right in front of him, he's now starting to like just make up shit where he's like, see, I peeped some stuff during our debate. I noticed some things about Abba. This is where you're hiding how emotional you really are. You're hiding it with somewhat stoicism, but internally you can't keep it together. You're really trying to rationalize your thoughts to say something kind, but you're really going to start struggling to do so, which he's about to here in a second when he really starts rambling. And this next tangent is wild.
A casual conversation, but it makes sense. It makes sense because he felt a type of way from my first video. He just didn't let me know on some bitch shit, right? That's bitch shit, dog. Like, say it with your chest, let me know. But all this extra shit, this weirdo shit, this YouTube shit, this fake, this YouTube beef, dog. He didn't want to speak back with me face to face or on the phone. He had to save all this extra whole shit for the camera to perform for y'all, to make Stevie look like the fucking Uncle Tom, bro. Like, I get it, bro. You can play this game, dog, but the hoest sucker shit ever, bro. Like, I was a bitch. Plain simple, bro. He's a bitch. He's a victimhood bitch out here crying, emotional as fuck because he felt the type of way about what I said, didn't have the balls enough to let me know how he felt, and gonna cry about it later. We talking about the same debate now for fucking 3 times? What the fuck is the point? To slander Stevie? All right, but this is such hoe shit, bro. This is such hoe shit, dog. Whew, this is bad, dog. This is not how men move, bro. Regardless of how the fuck y'all feel, regardless of how y'all Abba Glazers, I mean, y'all are gonna...
Abba Glazers, where are your people? This video is on your channel and there is 0 support in the comments. You said at one point that Abba did this whole stunt to go viral and must have been desperate for views. But when comparing your 2 channels, it seems like your channel was starving for views way more than Abba and Preach, considering you have over 500,000 subscribers on Night Talk, and these are the views you're getting. I say that your platform is the one that's starving for views. Oh, excuse me, view insecure.
Liar.
Bruh, you literally just spent the last 2 to 2.5 minutes just calling Abba all sorts of bitches and hoes, and you're gonna say that he's the one being emotional. Oh dear God, this is where we talk about the lack of self-awareness and all the other lack of crucial like critical thinking skills and just everything else that's vital to being an adult in this world. You are missing all of those pieces, homie. I mean, damn dog, you don't understand like how emotional you just were, how triggered you just were, how charged up you just were about this whole situation. Oh, hey, you went from calling him, oh, he's a bitch, smiling, to he's a bitch, you know, like you got into it. You said it with your chest the last couple times, like, oh no, it's time to like take care of Abba. You ready to get in that boxing ring like not Preach, but one of them? I mean, somebody's supposed to go fight. Oh, it's Myron. Oh my God, yeah, we know that's never gonna happen. Maybe you can fight Myron. Maybe you can get some of your animosity out the way that way, because we would love to see that, and I would root for you. But anyway, besides that, I mean, you gotta stop doing these debates, homie. It's got you crashing out really hard. I'm telling you, the comments do not support what you are doing and what you are saying. Obviously, nobody agrees with you. Not one person is really. I'm telling. I went through them. I went through them. When I say that the comments weren't good, I wasn't joking. They were bad. We are very proud of Abba. Bro just keeps digging the hole deeper and deeper. I could care less, Stevie. Have a debate again and come prepared. Talk about where you stand on the issues. Don't just blindly co-sign on whatever Kirk stood for. What do you stand for? A lot of people really stood by that. Like, it was obvious Stevie had no stances. Bro, you called him fake in the title of your video and then got mad that he came for you. I mean, yes, exactly. You are not taking this loss gracefully. No, he is not. Stevie, the clips you keep showing to prove your case are not proving your case. I mean, my God, dude. You were ill prepared for the debate you chose to engage in. Humble yourself. Tell us where Abba lied, bro. Exactly. Accountability versus I could care less. Oh my God, it gets worse. And then they start adding in timestamps, and then it's anyone thinking Abba is acting out of character for real needs to watch more of him, because that was not out of character at all. Like, no crap. I mean, this is always what he's been doing. Dang, I can't believe Abba was so rude in response to you arguing that kids don't need access to food at school. Bro, you got destroyed in that debate. Take the L and move on. I'm telling you, it gets worse. Stevie, moving like Drake now. That's it. And I'm telling you, there's a lot more that said he was like Drake. You down for the 50K challenge or nah, bro? Well, I think he's trying that challenge without saying so or not. Dude, you know, sometimes you can be wrong. Like, the world isn't just I feel, and that's the objective truth. Nobody is right about everything. The real answers to things are when everyone can admit the things they're wrong about and compromise. Society can reach some kind of congruence when the egos are dropped and people compromise with each other. Facts. When Abba uses the term starvation as hunger, we can't do that. We got to use the right terms. When Charlie uses the term hunger, when I hear hunger, I think starvation. Exactly. That was that one. Oh, dude, I'm glad I got that clip in this video. Why didn't Knight respond to the full video Abba posted? There were certain points Abba presented that Knight didn't address. I don't think Abba is right to call Stevie a grifter. I think Stevie is just not intelligent enough to truly understand what he is doing. The fact that he doubled down on being wrong just proves it. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, everybody, like, this is his video and this is what they're saying. Stevie, he is making great points. You're emotional in an echo chamber. Get out and listen to other perspectives. Listen, I review reality TV for a living, so I'm gonna leave you with this quote. The camera can only use what you give it. So to say that he cut this and that down to paint a narrative about you is crazy work, bro. Wait, you said hunger isn't starvation. But then when Kirk said hungry, you said when you hear that, you think starvation. I could care less. I think we get the point here. But it's always amazing to me, the people who cannot do any introspective thinking, who is always accusing the other person who can do that introspective thinking of being emotional, of being irrational, of manipulating a narrative, manipulation. He's always accusing people of these things. And it's like, this is an archetype of an individual that I don't know what to name it. I don't know what to name it. Stubborn MRFer is not good enough. Like, hard-headed son of a bitch isn't good enough. Like, I mean, just stone skull. I just don't get it, man. Absolutely cereal for brains. I mean, bro, this is struggle bus, short bus, shorty bullshit, man. Like, this is sad. It's really unbecoming. And he's talking about, like, I mean, all this black man stuff. I mean, dude, I'm sorry. Now, I will stand up for Stevie in one aspect and say that in all the videos where he's talking about black people, he doesn't always completely kill black folks, but he never sticks up for black folks. But he will go ahead and cape crusade and put on the Superman cape with the semen style. He will do that for the white people. Like the few videos that you saw that did actually have white in the title, he was defending white people. I watched a lot of Stevie Knight. Unfortunately, I did. And my brain didn't start leaking as much as it did until recently. And I mean, I had to unplug. And then I had to plug back in because I had to make more content. He wants to talk about everybody else being emotional, and he's the one showing all the feminine energy. Look at his body language, all the just the eyes and the body language. I mean, dude, it's a lot. You're talking about other people being dramatic. It's you. Look at yourself in the mirror. You clearly do not watch your videos. You just upload, apparently, because if you watch these, you would be able to see it. At least I would hope, but I don't. I think I'm being too optimistic here. Maybe I'm being way too optimistic when I'm saying that he would see it. Because I'm telling you, these individuals who are this delusional, tier 1 delusion. What tier is he? What tier is Stevie? Please leave that in the comments if you've made it to this point in the video. I really want to know. He has gotten to number 1 to me. But what else did Stevie also have to say about Abba?
And as I'm going back editing the video, come to realize he's probably gay.
I beg your pardon?
Come to realize he's probably gay.
It is a sickness.
He lost. Like, you took the L, dog. Just go ahead and pack your bags and go home, man. Throw your jersey in the stands like Antonio Brown, because you're on that tier with him. So I don't understand what you're doing. I mean, please. I mean, I see that you've seen that put the cowboy hat away for a while. And I mean, I stated at the beginning of the live stream that I had with Logix, Watts, Jew, about how you do not trust brothers with cowboy hats. There's a couple that are really cool. I met a few, and they are some actually like decent guys. But guess what? They also, they definitely only smash white women. That's all they smash. You know what? One of them's different. He will occasionally dip into the chocolate, but the 95% of them, actually it's probably a higher percentage, they all date only white women. And I guess Stevie fits the bill. But I mean, just sitting there thinking about that, yeah, that does make sense. But why did he retire it? I mean, people been coming at you that hard about the hat. Like, damn, did you start to question yourself when you looked at yourself in the mirror? Like, oh boy, why do I have this? I mean, it's something to question, but I don't want you to completely lose your identity. I mean, if it means something to you, dog, then wear the hat. Please, man, put it back on. Like, the next video that I see that you post, I really want to see that cowboy hat back on. I want you to get back on that horse. You know what I'm saying? Save a horse, ride on cowboy, go out there and do your thing, man. But guys, this has been a world record type of beatdown. I mean, Stevie has taken a lot of L's in the last couple of weeks. I just don't understand how he never sees any of the hypocrisies, talking about Abba's coming out here making videos on me. Homie, you dropped just as many as he did. Do you not realize every time he said something, you said something in response, even though you didn't have to do a response to his video because he already told you that he was going to do a response video. But then you got triggered by it because you realized that you got exposed and you're like, oh my God, that that makes me look bad. So I got to come back and I got to respond and I got to defend myself. I'm a man. I'm a black man. And it's like, am I a black man? And then you start having your questions again. And then you're like, you know what? I got to go back and make sure I defend myself properly and fail again. Just like Fresh's podcast and his channel. You failed, sir. You got to stop doing this. Like I'm telling you, like, the views, they struggling over there, dog. I don't know if it's because people are just absolutely losing faith in you. Like, I understand why if they have, but I don't know if you're going to have to start a different grift, but this is bad. I know you said that you saw the light, you drank the red Kool-Aid, and then you've been indoctrinated and you saw the same things that Brandon Tatum's been seeing. And I'm telling you, that's not good shit, man. There's a lot of tiki torches over there and they don't like you. They don't. I'm telling you, they don't. They just can't wait to clown you. They can't wait for you to continue to do their good bidding. Oh, dude. I mean, dude, take off the stripes, please. Get out of the trash can. Like, I mean, just, I don't even think that you're full Trash Panda. I don't even think you're a full Sly Cooper. I don't. I actually think there's a part of you that can be redeemed. Some of these other brothers, they gone. And some of these, I'm telling you, you can't find them. They are gone in the sunken place. You know, the parts deep in the ocean that we cannot reach, you know, like the depths of the ocean that just turn to pure darkness, where there are actually creatures down there, but you do not probably want to see those. Like, that's where they are. They are gone. They are gone further than the lost city of Atlantis. We will never find them. So since they're a lost cause, let's try to save you, Stevie. Come on, wake up, listen to some logic. Like, there are people who watched you. I see it in the comments of these videos and they're like, can't rock with him no more. He lost me. I mean, he can't just graciously take the L. It's okay. But I understand here on the internet, if you take that L, I guess it just is the L to your platform. But this is worse. This seems worse. Tell me what you think.